Hello guys, welcome back to my reaction channel. Today we're starting a new journey. It's called The House of the Dragon, I think, and it's a prequel to Game of Thrones. I'm done with Game of Thrones, bro. I'm sorry. That last episode pissed me the hell off with who has a better story than Bran the Builder. What the hell do you mean, bro? What the hell do you mean? Everybody has a better story than him. Everybody. Like, it took me everything I had to not fast forward every single scene with Bran the Builder, bro. I'm sorry. Bran the Broken, right? Like, every single scene when he was on, I was like, oh man, I don't care. Move on. But listen, since in the end they needed somebody to bring stability to the world, somebody not selfish like Sansa, still can't believe they gave that bitch a whole kingdom, right? The whole north. But like, how is she fit to rule? But every single decision she ever made was to like backfired on her ass, literally. And now she's fit to rule just because she's a Stark, and she did it by undermining her brother again. Like, first she was undermining Jon Snow because her evil was showing, right? Her greed, her power lust, and then she did it again with Bran the Broken. Like, oh no, I'm sorry, North will remain independent because I need to rule something too, right? So that kind of pissed me the hell off, the fact that they gave Sansa, like, why? Just why? But regardless, Bran the Broken, hilarious, but it made sense because he really, indeed, is the only character that doesn't care about anything. I mean, except Jon Snow. Jon Snow, the whole show of Jon Snow was like, I don't want it. In the end, he stabbed Daenerys because he didn't want it anymore. Yo, crazy, I'm sorry, I can crack jokes. They really messed up the show in the last 4 episodes, man. That's cinema. That takes effort to do, bro. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stand behind that. But it still didn't ruin the show for me. I still maintain that this is one of the best shows I've ever seen. Like, it might be controversial, but I can even say that it was better for me than Breaking Bad. Hey? Did I? What? Oh, I did. Sorry, the AC is messing up. Regardless, we're about to start a new journey, and it's called A House of the Dragon, and it's a prequel to Game of Thrones, so it has nothing to do with Game of Thrones. I mean, it does. It kind of sets up the whole Game of Thrones thing, but I don't know what it's about. Apparently, it's like what happened way before. I hope we get Aegon Targaryen and all that lore that we were listening to, because that kind of seems like it could be very interesting. But that being said, I ain't gonna pull on this that much. If you enjoy my reactions, feel free to share, subscribe, like, leave a comment, join the Patreon, support your boy, Discord, second channel, all that. Let's go, man. I'm excited. I want to see what this is about. 1 hour and 5 minutes, they're crazy. They're wilding. What? Why do the episodes need to be this long? What, 40 minutes?
Century of the Targaryen.
40 minutes ain't enough? I'm fast. I'm bringing it back because I wanted to finish my sentence.
As the first century of the Targaryen dynasty came to a close, the health of the old king, Jaehaerys, was failing. Tragedy had claimed both his sons, leaving his succession in doubt. So, in the year 101...
I love how they said 60 years of peace and prosperity, but somehow both his sons died. Where's the peace in that? What? But hey, I digress. But it looks like this is not about Aegon Targaryen, because he was the first ruler. And this is like after a century of their ruling, so...
The old king called a great council to choose an heir. Over 1,000 lords made the journey to Harrenhal. 14 succession claims were heard.
That Prince Viserys Targaryen be made Prince of Dragonstone.
Yo, so even though this, like, she was the direct descendant, but because she's a female, the cousin got chosen because he's the closest male. That's crazy. I would be so pissed. Imagine losing 2 brothers, you're the only heir, but you're a female, so he chooses a cousin? Nah, fam.
Rhaenys, a woman, would not inherit the Iron Throne.
That is just diabolical. Damn, this is interesting. Okay, it is now the 9th year of King Viserys the First Targaryen's reign, I think. 172 years before the death of the Mad King. Before the death of the... Damn, bro. 172 years before the Game of Thrones took place. Aerys and the birth of his daughter, Princess Daenerys Targaryen. 172 years before the death of the Mad King, Aerys, and the birth of his daughter, Princess Daenerys Targaryen. This was this takes place almost 200 years before the show we just finished. Now that's interesting. And they have 10 dragons. Not gonna lie, Daenerys alone had 3, so she was OP. So does the ruler control all 10? How does that work? Oh, we're getting more dragons in the show. Oh. Is that Daenerys? Oh, yo, I thought that was Daenerys for a second.
Welcome back, Princess. I trust your ride was pleasant.
Try not to look too relieved, sir.
I am relieved.
So wait, was she the narrator in the beginning? And she said, my father got chosen, so her father is the king? Am I getting this correctly?
Every time that golden beast brings you back unspoiled, saves my head from a spike.
Huh.
Syrax is growing quickly. She'll soon be as large as Caraxes.
You will lie in this bed soon enough, Rhaenyra. This discomfort is how we serve the realm.
I'd rather serve as a knight and ride to battle in glory.
Another Arya. Another Arya.
We have royal wounds, you and I.
Yo, I'm sorry. Royal wombs is crazy to tell your child, bro. Imagine your child opening up like, hey, I wanna be a fighter, bro. I have dreams, I have hopes. And then your mother just sizing you down to a mere womb and telling it, oh, we have royal wombs, so we have to, bro. That's crazy.
Childbed is our battlefield.
The childbed is our battlefield,
We must learn
man.
to face it with a stiff lip.
Do you think Daemon is distracted by his present tasks, and that his thoughts and energies are occupied?
Well, one would hope so, considering the associated costs.
Then let us all consider your gold well invested, Lord Beesbury.
Wait, so the ruler, the reigning king of the Targaryen dynasty has a brother, and he's on the council, but he's not here. He's in the Night's Watch, if I got that correctly. So the Night's Watch was already formed and existed. Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. So, and they want his brother to fill his spot here on the council because he can't be here because he's on the in the Night's Watch. Okay.
My son will be born, and the whole realm will celebrate.
We have no way of predicting the sex of the child.
Of course, no maest is capable of rendering an opinion free of conditions, are they now?
Huh.
There's a boy in the Queen's belly.
I know it.
He already has one girl as a child. And what if the new child is also a girl? What happens if he names his heir one of his daughters? Are we gonna have a mutiny on our hands? Because that's exactly how he got the throne, because the true heir was a female. So that's...
It's at first light.
Does my father know he's here?
No.
Good.
Wait, who's here? For treason?
Lyrian steel. Like Dark Sister.
Yo, I'm sorry. I never really watched the Lord of the Rings movies. I read all the books. I love it. But I did see clips from Lord of the Rings, right? Because it's too long, right? I know there's a Hobbit movies as well. Like, long as hell, bro. I never really got around to it. Maybe one day, but I have seen clips. And this guy looks... I think that elf archer... Right? They kind of look alike. I'm sorry, man. I think I'm onto something here. But he looks cool as hell. So he's the... current king's brother, and he thinks he's gonna be the next heir. I'm assuming he's a younger brother. He thinks he's gonna be the next heir because my boy, the current king, doesn't have male offspring.
Turn around.
Okay, so that's how that goes. He's not gonna name his daughters to succeed him. It's gonna be his brother.
You aren't worried about your position?
I like this position. It's quite comfortable.
Where are you going? Home. The hour has grown late.
It's tepid.
It's as warm as the maesters will allow.
Don't they know dragons prefer heat?
After this miserable pregnancy, I wouldn't be surprised if I hatched an actual dragon.
And he will be loved and cherished.
Born wearing a crown. Imagine the baby pops up with a crown. Yeah, that would be painful.
The last time.
Oh, she doesn't want another child if it's not a male this
I lost
time.
one babe in the cradle. Had 2 stillbirths and 2 pregnancies ended well before their term.
Oh, they're stabbing him in. Yo, what the hell? That's. Damn. So they came here to clean the city of all the crime. If you're a murderer, you get put down. If you're a thief, they take your hands. If you're a rapist, they take your. That's ruthless, but that's how they used to do it back in the day. It was probably way less crime than today.
Criminals of every ilk. Your brother made a public show of it.
Did they?
The city.
Okay, so he's the Night's Watch. The City Watch, not the Night's Watch. Okay, he's not at the wall like Jon Snow was. This is the City Watch, so he's like the Royal Army commander, I think. Tell me in the comments, I think I'm messing this up.
City Watch is not a sword to be wielded at your whim. They're an extension of the crown.
The Watch was enforcing the Crown's laws. Wouldn't you agree, Lord Strong?
My prince, I don't Making a public spectacle of wanton brutality is hardly in line with our laws.
A bronze bitch is happier for my absence.
Lady Rhea is your wife, a good and honorable lady of the Vale.
In the Vale, men are said to fuck sheep instead of women.
Hey, yo, my man does not like his wife, bro. My man does not like his wife. Damn, I'm assuming that was an arranged marriage that he did not agree to. That was crazy what he just said.
I can assure you, the sheep are prettier.
Damn!
You made a vow before the Seven to honor your wife in marriage.
I'd gladly give Lady Rhea to you, Lord Hightower, if you're in want of a woman to warm your bed.
So is this guy Daemon gonna try and take the throne from his brother? Because he looks ambitious and out of control.
I know many of you have traveled long leagues to be at these games, but I promise you will not be disappointed.
So this is a cool cast. I like this so far. This is honestly as good as Game of Thrones so far. I guess it's too early to tell, but... Oh wait, this is that dude, Daemon? The commander of the City Watch? Yeah, that's him. Yo, look at the armor. The armor is cool as hell. Yo, he looks cool. The horse, too. The eldest son of the Hand of the King. Interesting. That horse fell on him, bro. What's
happening? The infant is in breach, Your Grace. All attempts to turn the babe have failed.
Ooh.
Do something for her!
We've given her as much milk of the poppy as we can.
What the? A sore loser. Is that allowed?
Grows ugly.
During a difficult birth, it sometimes becomes necessary for the father to make an impossible choice.
Oh, they can get... Yeah, they can get the baby out via cesarean section, but they probably don't have the necessary technology to make sure the woman survives, or it puts her in huge risk, right? So he has to choose whether, because he's the king and he has a say over such things. Nowadays, I don't think, I mean, I guess you have power of attorney over if she's unconscious, and it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, he needs to make an impossible decision here, whether he wants to save the child or the woman. But of course, save the woman. What are you talking about? Like, I mean, I guess she did tell him no more, right? If this one fails, I'm not willing to do it again. But still, that's the love of your life.
To sacrifice one, or to lose them both.
Oh, well, that's not...
There is a chance that we can save the child. A technique is taught at the Citadel.
It's a very difficult decision. And he's probably gonna make the decision based on the fact that he thinks it's gonna be a male heir, but that shouldn't matter. Like, that's your child, male, female. right? It's still a child, but that's also your wife. So yeah, this dude, especially in this time, I personally would probably choose my wife, right? But an impossible decision. It's insane. That's an insane decision. And his circumstances are also very insane when you think about it. Because she told him, I'm not going to give you another heir. This is it. If this doesn't work, that's a wrap. And he's desperate for a new heir. But imagine if he sacrifices his wife and he gets a female heir again. He's going to hate that child. I hope he doesn't, but right? So this is, I don't know, man. It's murder either way. I mean, it's necessary, but... What happened? Oh, they're gonna cut her. No morphine, no nothing.
First incision. Please hold still.
Oh, this is insanity. But this guy is good. The woman did all that 10 years of labor to try and give him an heir and to end up like this. Yeah, she's bleeding out. He did. He actually lost. I was not expecting that, considering how pompous he is. But damn, the queen just died. Nobody's even aware what's happening right now. Insane.
Bane.
Poor woman.
Nuruho veroncoro paquero keduna. Lotolie kebenuja kerimbi ventos pentas.
Yo, wait, the baby died? Yo, there's no way. That's... I got that correctly, right? He lost both of them. The child and the wife. Now that is insane.
I named Damon Master of Laws, but you said he was a tyrant. As Master of Coin, you said he was a spendthrift that would beggar the realm. Putting Damon in command of the City Watch was your solution.
A half measure, Your Grace. The truth is, Damon should be far away from this court.
Damon is my brother. My blood. Saying, my brother would murder me, take my crown.
Yo, I'm sorry. They're inciting a rebellion, right? They're inciting hatred between the two brothers. You don't know what Damon's gonna do, bruh. Like, listen, this goes both ways. He's your brother. So why not let him be your heir if you don't have any heirs? I guess he has the daughter. Then choose her as an heir. If not, give it to your brother. He is your blood. Like, I don't see the problem here. I really don't. And right? And it's gonna be on paper. You're still gonna rule for another 30 years if you're healthy. This is just in case something happens to you. I guess he doesn't want to name him because in that case he has motivation to kill him. But that's your brother. Now just go talk to your brother. This is crazy.
And you? Please.
Oh, he's listening in.
Damon has ambition, yes, but not for the throne. He lacks the patience for it.
They don't like him.
I'm sorry, Your Grace, but that is the truth as I see it, and I know that others here agree.
I will not be made to choose between my brother and my daughter.
Yo, he just chose between his wife and his child, and he lost both. And now, right away, you're making him choose between his daughter and his brother? Bro, what the hell is wrong with you people? Also, half of you are biased because you have no good relationship with his brother. So if he becomes the heir, you know you're getting sacked and all your power is getting revoked, right? So that's why they're trying to keep him away. Yeah, sure. He does seem impulsive and right, but I think the king is right. Like, did you see when he said he has no ambition for it? Like, he has no patience for the throne. And Damon was smiling. He was like, nah, that's my brother. He knows me. So I don't think he actually bears any ill will towards his brother.
To your grace, there are others who would have a claim.
Such as your wife, Lord Corlys.
Jesus. But this couldn't wait a day? A single day? Nah, man. But the fact that his brother was there but not there, he was just listening in, that was smart. He's strategic, low-key. I hope he just wants her to talk to him, right?
You might wear one of your mother's dresses.
What the hell is happening right now? Is he suggesting she goes and... Jesus Christ, there's no respect for females in this show. I mean, I guess it's the old times, but still. What? Ain't no way he just suggested her enter his chambers wearing something stylish. Then again, I hope I'm misunderstanding. Maybe he really just wants her to talk to him.
I brought a book.
Yo, I'm sorry, bro. Is this a ploy by the hand of the king to impregnate his own child with the king's heir? Because she's young, she might be able to give him an heir. So is this a ploy to get him to bang his own daughter while the king is down, right? And then impregnate her and thus putting his bloodline on the throne. That might actually be his plot. That's crazy. That is crazy. I hope I'm wrong.
Very kind, thank you.
They really are vultures.
But dream and pray as they all might, it seems I'm not so easily replaced. The gods give just as the gods take away.
He toasted Prince Balon
to the king's son,
styling him the heir for a day.
Damn.
My family has just been destroyed.
Yeah.
But instead of being by my side or near us, you chose to celebrate your own rise! Laughing with your whores and your leg spittles!
Yeah, it does look crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
You have no allies at court but me! I have only ever defended you!
So I see Otto Hightower for what he is.
Damn!
An unwavering and loyal hand.
A cunt.
A
A second son who stands to inherit nothing he doesn't seize for himself.
No, I actually believe him. Like, I do truly believe that he... Right? Likes his brother. He might be eccentric and a bit crazy. Like, he likes to whore and to drink and to, right, kill people. But I do truly think, like, he likes his brother. Like, he would not betray him. And I do believe that Otto guy, the current hand of the king, I do think he's plotting. I do think he sent his daughter in there in hopes of this, like, the king impregnating her or some shit. Maybe I'm looking way too much into that. But still, I don't think this guy means bad. I just think he's kind of quirky and weird and doesn't know how to express his feelings. But I do think he feels for his brother. But it does seem like he does want the throne, so I don't know.
You're weak, Viserys.
Hey, yo, you better be careful.
You are to return to Runestone and your lady wife at once. And you are to do so without quarrel. By order of your king.
Nah, he being petty now. Yo, he being petty now. He doesn't understand that that's what the council wants. They want the brother away from him so he can't protect them, right? Because, yeah, I do think they're, like, plotting. Everybody has their own interest and their own pockets to fill and their own, right, ulterior motives. But Daemon here, my man just wants to have fun. And I do think he would protect his brother. If it came to that. He can't burn. Okay, he really is a Targaryen.
I suppose I see us.
Tell me.
Everyone says Targaryens are closer to gods than to men. But they say that because of our dragons.
I have wasted the years since you were born, wanting for a son.
Yeah, he's apologizing because he named her.
And I believe, as I know she did, that you could be a great ruling queen. The Iron Throne is the most dangerous seat in the realm.
Bro, why is my quality dropping in these last minutes? Like, HBO is tripping, bro. HBO, do better, bro. Do better. But regardless, then again, it might be my internet. But it shouldn't be, because everything else is running fine. Yeah, everything else is... It doesn't matter. This is a very good episode. And so far, this new queen, his daughter, is my favorite character, and his brother. So they're very cool. A very good cast so far.
I, Lord Hobart Hightower, Beacon of the South, Defender of the Citadel, and Voice of Old Town, promise to be faithful to King Viserys and his named heir, the Princess Rhaenyra.
She looks cool as hell. I like her.
I, Ormond Baratheon.
Baratheon.
Promise to be faithful.
This great winter comes, Rhaenyra. All of Westeros must stand against it. And if the world of men is to survive, a Targaryen must be seated on the Iron Throne. A king or queen.
I, Viserys Targaryen, first of his name, King of the Andals and the Rhoynar, and the first men.
So this is the first female heir ever. This is how it started. I like the actress. I like this. Yo, this was a good episode, not gonna lie. This was a good beginning of the show. Ooh, I'm gonna like this show. I'm gonna like this show, man. Hell yeah. Good casting. Good casting. The king, cool character. His brother, cool character. His daughter, even the wife was a good... I did not expect that shit, but that was crazy. And Daemon, and yeah, that was his wife. Daemon was leaving with his dragon because the king told him to go away as she was being coronated, right? So that's very interesting. And did you see the little, quick glance at the queen that never was? She's pissed. I'm telling you, she has every right to be pissed, considering that he was, like, the way that he became the king was because the female can't sit at the throne, and now you're gonna name your own child? Hey, right? So I think, this is gonna be Game of Thrones all over again. Like, I would be surprised if the queen that never was doesn't say anything about it. I would be pissed. I really would. This guy, my cousin, stole the seat from me, and now he's gonna do what was supposed to be done to me. Like, what? Right? But I guess times have progressed, and now a female heir is cool. But we know that's not why he did it. It's because he doesn't have any other heir, and the council pretty much turned him against his brother. I don't know whether that's a smart choice, and maybe even Daemon's gonna come back and contest it because, right, he's a male heir. So I don't know, bro. This is all over the place. This could go in each direction, because I don't yet know about Daemon that much. He seems like he's cool with his brother. He seems like he wouldn't betray his brother, but we also see that he has ego and that he's ambitious. So maybe he does return, but he also seemed like he liked his daughter, and now she's the one that's the heir. So is he willing to undermine her and his brother? He's basically his whole family. So I don't know, bro. This is interesting. This is definitely, I really like this episode. Tell me in the comments what you think, but I think this is peak. This is like on the level of Game of Thrones in the beginning. This is peak. Tell me in the comments what you think, man. Great cast, great cast. So far, Daemon and the future heir, the daughter, my favorite characters. Just like Jon Snow and Daenerys were in Game of Thrones. So I like that. I'm just waiting for Tyrion in the show. we need a small person. We need... That being said, I really enjoyed this episode. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. And I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe. Love you. Enjoy. And bye.